Welcome to the enchanting world of the Never Cross a Witch Bitch podcast. Prepare to be captivated as we embark on a thrilling journey into the realm of spirituality with our remarkable team of a distinctive energy mixture. Leading the way is Mitch Garlington, a gifted gay male witch, touring stage medium, and psychic tarot card reader. With a background in the competitive corporate world and experience as a Cher impersonator, Mitch brings a fresh and unique perspective to our discussions. Next, we have Locke, a former fundamentalist Christian missionary turned sex shop manager turned professional dog groomer turned psychic medium, trance channeler, and tarot card reader. Her incredible transformation into the spiritual world is truly inspiring. And last, but certainly not least, we have Batten, a second-generation practicing pagan, intuitive oracle card reader, and spiritual mother to many. Carly brings a grounded approach and simple understanding to the complexities of spiritual living. Together, we form an unstoppable podcast as we delve into all things spiritual and the journey of life. Our mission is crystal clear: to spread the message that spirit embraces all and that each of us is on a spiritual path, whether we realize it or not. So buckle up and get ready for an exhilarating adventure with the Never Cross a Witch Bitch podcast. Please note that all ideas discussed and presented in this podcast are the personal opinions of the individual podcasters and do not necessarily reflect the views of each other or the viewers.
There we go. Nice smile, Carly. her evil laugh.
My pretties and your little dog, too.
Hello, everyone. It's us from Never Cross a Witch Bitch. And guess what? We're on episode 30.
30 is 30.
Just showed up on my Facebook. Yeah, it showed up on my Facebook the other day, the 1 year anniversary of us starting this. So that is pretty darn cool.
We should have had like a birthday party for that.
Well, we had a weekend. We had a weekend. Didn't we? We had not a weekend, but a Sunday, didn't we?
Sunday morning.
Oh, by the way, who are you, Lucy?
Oh, I'm Lucy.
I'm Mitch.
Sorry, Carly. By 30, they should freaking know who we are now.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened, where the chuff have you been?
Yeah, exactly. So
what were we doing?
We had a Heart of the Witch retreat. The three of us ran, and it was a beautiful. Yeah, it was a beautiful week of a day. Who wants to talk about it first? All of us are like, I'll tell you, I was fucked on Monday and Tuesday. It was awesome, but I was like I came home on Sunday night, so I had to go and pick up Minnie from her dad's in Radstock right after we were done. And I thought, I can hold off on eating. Well, I was almost vomiting. I was so hungry by the time we got to Radstock. So luckily, everyone didn't eat all the poppadoms, so I was like smashed into the poppadom. I had no water either. I went in the front seat and Colin was driving. I'm like, I got a water. They were just dry in my throat, and I was just like, but I gotta keep eating because I felt so ill.
I have to say, the banquet that we had was pretty fabulous.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
Good.
It was blooming
good.
Awesome. And it was nice to see everybody sitting down and eating together. And you can't say that we definitely didn't feed them, which was awesome. So lovely. Colin's lovely Fijian chicken.
I know that was worry of. Well, it's my Fijian chicken. I actually cooked it.
Oh, Colin, you cooked it. Oh, okay.
Colin just warmed it up to me.
He made sure he's got the good taste buds, but normally we make it saltier. Do you know what I'm saying? Where it has kind of a tang to it. But I was just nervous that people might think it's too salty. Do you know what I'm saying? If you were at my house, I would have made it nice and salty for you. But I just thought, so for me, it was good, but it was a bit bland because I make it.
Yeah, because I like spicy, so I could have had that really hot. But we
would normally at home put some chili powder, like chili flakes in it too, or some chili. Yeah. But we just thought, no.
It was lovely, but I just think the whole day was like really we were saying the other day, weren't we, about like just how beautiful it was that everyone was just being held, but not like held as in commercially held, as in properly held with their spirits, and we just all kind of came in unionship. It was cool.
It was very
It
cool
just
that way.
allowed people to be themselves, really, and stand in, stand and be comfortable and be them, work how they felt comfortable, and be in a space where they could just be them and say things and do things. And it was, it was quite something. It's taken me to a few days later for it to really sink in, I think. Monday was definitely a wobble day
I
on
think we've
behalf
all
of,
had a few
on the
days
hosties.
with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a wobble because I wasn't feeling my best, and then like not a huge amount of paranormal happened. I was a bit like, oh God, was the scrying good enough? Was the Ouija good enough? But I think for the session and the people, it was enough.
Yeah, because there was like, for people that have done paranormal, that might have been a low key paranormal day. But most of those people there had not done any paranormal. And so like the day before, I was working with a new Oracle deck I got. And I was like, so I asked what's the energy for Sunday? It was like on Saturday I was doing this, and it said the card that came out, protect the fledglings. And I felt like, I think I told you this, but yeah, I felt like when you were saying, oh, not much paranormal, I thought that no, that was a load for those people. You know what I'm saying? There was some really neat stuff that happened during the seance. Like, it might have not been cat balls going off and doors slamming, but messages coming through for people. Like, I got someone that none of you guys would have known. Does that make sense? So like, and like when one of our participants, we had a phone thing going on too, and it was her dad that had come through, I think, on the board. And then all of a sudden the phone went Dan, and that's her son's name, right? And then the phone went 1910. That was when her dad was born. So like, you can't, like, it was, she was like, whoa, and we kept on putting her hand back on.
No, put it back on.
It was mind-boggling for a lot of people. Does that make sense? So I think it was the perfect amount of paranormal. Right after, I wasn't too bad on Monday for wobble, but right after everyone left, I had a wobble. Was that okay? Like, what my part, was it okay? I just had a massive wobble in the kitchen, and Carly gave me a hug, and Colin gave me a hug afterwards, and I was fine, but I just needed that reassurance that my bit was okay. Like it was
I actually
okay.
told you to stop because I could see you boiling. I turned around and you were going, oh, was it okay? Was everything all right?
Oh, she had me sweeping the floor at this point.
Yeah, you were sweeping the floor. Get to work. What do you do, Mitch? Nothing. Get a broom.
I was going to say, I missed all of this part. So.
Yeah, I had a total wobble. And then, funny enough, not funny, but like not in ha-ha way, but then, Carly's telling me, don't do this to yourself. And then the next day, Carly had her wobble.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I did my spiritual pagan mother bit, and then the next day I went, yeah.
But I think I think it's nice we all
go on, Mitch.
It just, because it shows we're working from the heart. If we'd have gone in thinking we were, the big all and all this, we would have been doing it from ego. So the fact we all wobbled in our own ways shows how much we care, but how we want to get it right for the people as well. And it shows, that is the heart of the witch, isn't it, really?
Yeah, the authenticity. We wanted it to be so authentic for them.
And the messages coming back from people, I've the best sleep I've ever had. I feel so at peace. Every single person has come back with something positive. I've gone and bought a Ouija board off the back of your session. It's like, wow, there's big stuff. The trance, one lady was putting in there about like the trance experience. She's never felt so much peace and healing, and just being herself now because of that. So that was some powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And also, some of those people we've known for some time, and to see them progressively grow. I got quite emotional on Sunday afternoon watching one person in particular, and I remember seeing them about 5 or 6 years ago, and I wish I could video them then and them now, because I mean I'm not even parent or relative, but I got proper choked up because I was just like, wow, you would never have done that 5 years ago. You would have never have done what you've done today 6 months ago. But it was just little moments like that are just so powerful. And I think it's really important. I know Mitch, sort of, Mitch, both you and Lucy both sort of said, are you all right and things like that. And I think it's little things like that that remind me of why we do these things. And the wobble that I had, I don't need to wobble because look what plot, with the plop, look at the ripple effect it's created. So we're the stone plopping in the middle of the puddle, and look at those ripples all the way out. I mean, it's just not that I really want to be referred as a plop, but you know what I mean. It's just
Can we have a more glamorous name than that, please?
I don't know. Splodge. I don't know.
That's not glamorous.
A dribble.
I can't think of any. A dribble.
In the water, like a rippling
plop.
everywhere.
I was thinking of a stone, plop when you throw it, but you know what I mean. But I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, it was just phenomenal. But everybody was coming back was just amazing comments. But obviously, because obviously on the back of that, you have something called a spiritual hangover, don't you, guys?
You do. And I think it's important to know with the spiritual hangover, even though we protected ourselves and we did everything correctly, you still can get that just because we created so much
giving the energy. Yeah, you're holding that space.
Channeling as well, and it takes it out of you. It doesn't matter how well protected you are, by the end of the day you still feel fucked. So because I got home and I was like, I'm feeling it now. Once I drove home, I was like, I am fucking feeling this now. And I was buzzing, but I was tired, but I was still on a high buzzing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And because also you're also watching other people in the room, because that some of them it's going to be a first time experience. You're body watching, so you're watching body language, you're watching emotions, just in case they wobble or they need help or they need support, or you need to have to take them out because they feel faint, or you're continually aware. I think that's the word, not on edge, but you are continually aware of everybody in that room and that space, making sure everybody is okay and that nobody is struggling with certain things.
When Lucy did the trance, you're talking about like kind of people watching, but when Lucy did the trance, I felt like we all had to, like, me and Carly were holding everyone because everyone's reaction was different. Like some people were like, they were like shitting themselves. Some people were like loving it. Some people were just kind of like overwhelmed. It was every kind of reaction was going on.
Everybody, it was great. And you had a lovely lady on the corner. I glanced across and she's dabbing her eyes, and I sort of said to her, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm okay." But then when you came out, Lucy, I went over and put my, said to her, actually made contact with her and said, "Are you all right? Do you need to go out?" And she said, No, I'm fine. She'd obviously just absorbed stuff and could feel it. And she's obviously quite empathic. But Mitch, you are spot on. There was just everything was going on. There was slight anxiousness. There was obviously a lot of love in the room, which overpowered a lot of people. There was, a little bit of not nasty tension, but that little bit of, I'm not sure what's going to happen, that apprehension, and it was honestly,
sorry, what was that?
And it was proper like, oh my God. And because then obviously sometimes we had to ask questions and things like that, so to keep the energy going, so that the energy was risen. So poor Sitting Bull had to put up with me going, "It's me again."
Yeah. Then when I was done, when it was all done, I had a barrage of questions afterwards, and I was like, they should have asked. But I think they were just like in like him.
Yeah.
I think it's because obviously with the trance demo as well, you're so close, aren't you, to the actual kind of cabinet and everything. And I just think people they'd never had that before, a lot of them. So it is quite an overwhelming feeling, and obviously with the lights and everything. But it's interesting, the feedback afterwards, everyone's saying how much peace and love they took from the trance session. Because that's what Sitting Bull's message was the whole way through. This is love, this is peace. The whole way
you are
through.
Love, all the way through. You are love, you are special, and that's all
been
the way
the
through.
message that the feedback, hasn't it, from people that have said about the trance, particularly that what they took from it. And I think it's almost allowed them to receive a love that they've denied themselves for so many years. That's what I took from it almost.
Definitely. I mean, I definitely think a lot of people, well, everyone, I think not a lot of people think everyone in that room went out looking at themselves differently and accepting, like you say, Mitch, accepting that love and allowing themselves to love themselves, you know, and that you could
That's
feel that.
powerful,
I
isn't it?
mean,
Yeah, that's bloody powerful.
absolutely, that is, and creating that space to be able to let people do that is it's quite something special, really, guys, isn't it? I just
Even I had bloody tears with Lucy's meditation because, you know,
You
because
did. I
I
glanced
did.
across. I was like, is he? I was nearly put my hand on your lap. And you right?
Yeah, you've never seen me shed a
You all
tear.
right?
Like, I'm normally made of
Not that
stone,
close
but
quarters, no.
no, but because it was, and I sort of talked about this on my Monday guidance video, but like, you know, when we did the trance meditation, and I had a bad experience with the trance circle, and you know, my guide came in and he said, even though that circle didn't work out, we still love you, we still see you. And I sort of, I suppose, switched my trance guide off. So I think he needed just as much as I did
Mm,
to say, doesn't take away from our connection, even though this circle wasn't right for you. And yeah, I came out and I was bawling my eyes out. So but the
Well,
release I feel from that, because I was saying to someone the other day, you know, like when I came out as gay and the feeling of the release of that pressure, that's the feeling it gave me, and that's why I was crying.
mm,
mm,
mm.
mm.
What are you
That
going to say?
allowance, that
That's
allowance, yeah. Like a lot of people, not a lot, but some people in trance. I've been in trance groups where they use it as a way to get their opinions
Oh yeah,
across
they'll
without,
manipulate it completely.
yeah,
Yeah.
manipulate it. And for me, that's why I want it to be so authentic and pure, because the experiences I've had with my trance guide and other spiritual experiences have never been of any negative, like, experience. You know what I'm saying? Like any negative. So you get a lot that put their personal opinions
Mm.
across and then put it
mm,
as spiritual. And so I'm really, really blessed that people were touched by it, because it's actually very vulnerable putting yourself in that
mm,
Oh
mm.
yeah.
You
position,
do, yeah.
because you know, and I thought, oh, there was no evidence, because usually he gives some sort of evidence to people, but he did, and I didn't. And it wasn't until afterwards one of the women came up to me, and he was talking um, about feeling why me with medical stuff from like a young age, or when you've had, but kind of, and what the purpose of sometimes some people's medical stories are in this life. And then one of the ladies came up to me and said that she was one of the youngest diagnosed type 1 diabetics at like 10 months old.
Oh
And so
wow.
she's had like type 1 diabetes for her whole entire life, that she's had to figure out and eat, and drugs and needles, and she's always had a fear of needles, and there was all kinds of stuff. And she
Mm,
said, she goes, I came out of that with a whole other perspective of my medical journey,
Oh
you
wow.
know. So that was quite cool too, that I
mm,
got that feedback. So yeah. And then people think with trance you got to be totally out of it. So some people are in trance and then they don't think they're in trance because they're not out of it. But you, like, I could feel him in with me. Does that make sense? And the allowance, but I actually couldn't feel the crowd around me. It felt like I was alone.
Oh, that's interesting.
Does that make sense? Like I knew I was with people, but I didn't feel, when before I was the nerves of the crowd before I went in. So that was quite cool for me, because
mm,
I've never done it in a public setting besides with people that are
mm.
holding trance, and they held it beautifully, even though they might have been like, you know what I'm saying? It was held, it was held beautifully.
I just love
So,
the whole people watching of the day, and just all the little bits and seeing people's little reactions to all the different stuff, whether it was the drumming, the trance, even just like some people looking at like the display table, how we had the banquet sort of table set up with Carly's finishing touches, and you know, and everything, and just it's just all that attention to detail, isn't it? And but seeing people's
Mm,
connection to different things, I find it quite cool.
I think they really
mm,
appreciated the attention to detail,
Yeah.
Carly, that was given to a lot of
mm.
stuff. Yeah. So I'm
Thank
like,
you.
we don't have
Mm,
to, like, I'm thinking inside, when she pulled out, I'm like, oh wow, but people loved it. They
Oh, yeah, they
freaking
do.
loved it.
They do.
And I
They
was
do.
like,
They
this
do
is
love it.
gorgeous. This is gorgeous, you know. And it was like, even Colin's
It
like,
just made
he
it
got
special.
the
Yeah.
even Colin the Muggle got some of the feeling. He said that's gorgeous.
Oh,
Yeah,
speaking
he
of
is.
podcast, I think we need to just talk about why we're late with the podcast this week.
Oh, yes. Whilst we big him up for doing the food and cooking it, he's going to be slanted on the other side, the
Yeah,
dark with the light.
We couldn't get the internet working here on my side, and I was getting very frustrated as they saw. Like I was just ready to. I put my mic on mute. And I was just screaming, "Call!" Like trying to get him.
You did. We can see. We can see you leaning back, mouth moving.
And then we
I wish
tried
I could lip read
everything.
because it would have been funny.
We tried everything to get the internet to work, and then I said, "It's not going to happen, you guys." Like it was like it would have been a horrible podcast for anyone to watch. And,
Bad buffer face.
Yeah. And then Colin sheepishly told me afterwards that he had a problem with his printer and he had shut down from the mains his printer, which was hooked to the internet in our office.
Naughty boy, naughty boy.
But I was like, you guys saw me. I was fucked on Monday. Like I could barely. I don't remember much of it. I talk about spiritual hangover. Like I woke up in the morning and I had a great day on Sunday, so I don't mind having the spiritual hangover. That like it's almost like worth it, like having a night of fun with people, you know. But I said to Mitch, I said, I feel like I've drank a case of beer. Like it felt like I was just like so tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but it was an amazing day. It was an amazing day. And I loved like what you said, Carly, how everyone bound together. Most of the people didn't know each other a couple people knew each other, you know, but most didn't know each other. So walking into an environment where you're going to be put in we're being quite intimate,
Vulnerable.
You know,
Intimate
and
and put in vulnerable positions. Yeah.
And everyone was laughing and joking around and could get the personality of each person and could see them who they were. And it was really quite fun. Like once we got on the spirit board or the Ouija board, holy crow, like the teasing of each other through that was quite good. And spirit was quite coming through and like just asking. We were having fun with spirit at the same time because one woman had quite a past life come through. That was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was
right?
quite big.
And so I was just teasing like, is she out for blood now? And it went to yes immediately. And I knew spirit was joking. I knew they were joking. They weren't wanting that. This woman had no bone in her body to hurt anyone. You know what I'm saying? But it was quite, it was a good time. It was a really good time. Yes, your balls didn't go off, but honestly, I think a few of them, if it did go off, it wouldn't have been. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, cat balls.
Oh, Mitchell's obsession with his cat balls is so funny.
But if
do you know what?
Honestly, some of them, like one of the ladies that was a little bit, apprehensive, and she joined in on the board. She was standing right by the cat balls. If those went off, she would have went through the roof. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it would have been. So I think spirit was just holding it because it was enough.
Yeah.
It was enough, and people like, they were like going, shut up. You had the reactions for the paranormal were definitely there.
Fun.
But if doors started slamming and stuff, I think people would have just said, I'm out of here.
I must admit, Mitch with his balls. So at one point, obviously, we'd done paranormal evening with Mitch and a few other people. So one of the people that attended the paranormal evening was also at the weekend. And Mitch started on about his cat balls, and this certain person looked at me and giggled, and I giggled as well because it was like bloody cat balls. Just light my balls up. I was like, he's obsessed with his light up balls.
I think the reason I like that is because when they go off, there's no way that they can go off as dust.
Oh, but it's so funny though, because we were in the dark.
I understand where you're coming from completely.
We had them on the table there. Someone we're in the dark there. Someone put their glass down, and the balls went off, and everyone was like, and she's like, no, I just put my glass down, like we're in the dark, right? So she couldn't see that she just put her glass down.
It was me.
And then I think I went over there and put something down, and everyone, And I'm like, no, it was just me. I'm by the cat molds. Like,
Oh no, yeah. But when it happens naturally, it is quite good.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. I'll give you your due. I can see why you push for the cat balls, but it is funny.
I wanted them to go off. I did. I did. I wanted them to go off. Yeah.
But it
I
was
must admit,
interesting.
it's quite a cool validation. Sorry, Mitch, go on.
I was going to say what I did quite like as well is quite a few people were able. I know the scrying took a bit of time, but when it did get going, quite a few people were starting to see bits and pieces, and maybe not seeing it like as we're seeing each other now. There was like an impression or more of like a gentle sort of image, but people were seeing stuff, whether it be a cat face or a person. I think someone said there was like a sort of clay mask and stuff.
Yeah, me and Thomas saw it because he whispered to me and he said, I thought I was going mad, but he saw the same thing, this alabaster type woman. Does that make sense? Come forth and like that.
So that's pretty powerful stuff, isn't it? And that again in itself it's just everyone's seeing different things. But so the scrying still had its place. It still did what it needed to do. And I think if we'd have kind of stayed in there and meditated for a lot longer with it, we would have got more stuff. But obviously, you're on the clock with the timings, aren't we? And I think by timekeeping throughout the day, everything just felt like it flowed and it sort of kind of just was good.
Oh, it was good, excellent, because like I couldn't believe how the day fast it went.
So fast, yeah.
Yeah, I could not believe it. Another thing I want to say about us working with spirit board, the scrying, the trance, pendulum work, what I think also healed a load of people that had never experienced this before was that it was of a high vibration of love. Everything that came through was for absolute healing.
Yeah, intention.
And they were like one of the ladies who ended up, I think, buying a spirit board, or wants to buy one, is really looking and wants your like help with it and stuff like that. Like she couldn't believe, I think she was expecting spooky, scary stuff when everything was about for the best of that person that was getting the message. And it was absolutely love, or, about love and how to get to love. It was an amazing thing. So that alone was healing, because for a lot of them, because we were talking about it afterwards as a group, all of us, how through the 80s and 70s, that spirit boards, Ouija boards got such a bad name for being demonic and allowing portals for demons to enter, when it's not, it's a tool. And so the intention,
it's a tool. It's like tarot cards. It's like tarot cards or a pendulum.
Yeah. So it's the intention of the tool. And we made it that when we open up in prayer and we open up in circle with everyone, that everything is for the highest of good, and it did. Spirit didn't, nothing was there that was scary or low.
Nothing nasty was there. So.
No, nothing at all, which was awesome. I wasn't expecting it to be, but it was just so healing for the people that were wondering if they were going to get a bad thing happen,
Yeah.
And I think even if something paranormal were to happen, even if something really paranormal were to happen, I think it would have been spirit having a laugh with us, because we were all in such a good high energy that if a door slammed or something like that, I think it would have been like for entertainment purposes from spirit, not to scare, but to to scare, but to scare because for entertainment. Yeah.
100%. No, that's cool. It's cool.
And it was quite nice. Obviously, a lot that we were doing was, during the day. And a lot of the time when people have seen these tools used, like spirit boards and scrying mirrors, it's used in that Hollywood. Yeah. It's used in that Hollywood format of, middle of the night or what have you. And it's nice for them to say, well, actually, it does work in daylight. It's just a tool.
What's interesting, you saying that when we had it in the pitch black or in the dark room, we didn't get very much. But as soon as we moved into a lighter area, that's when it move. It gave us a lot more to work with. But when we were in that kind of room with just the green light coming down, we weren't getting really anything. And I didn't really feel there was at that time anything particularly going on there. It just felt like a peaceful energy. It wasn't negative. It was just a peaceful, there's nothing here, let's move somewhere else kind of thing.
And maybe that was the point of it, Spirit saying it doesn't have to be in a dark scary. I'm not saying it was scary, but dark setting. Let's go out in a very open, vast
Complete
space.
light,
and the complete light with people seeing. People were walking by. Does that make sense that we're in the fields and stuff? I don't know if they knew what we were doing, but like it was vast, open space and spirits.
And it meant that we could all get round the board as well and actually see. And I'm wondering if Spirit wanted us to do that, to be able to see all of it, rather than just sort of, you know, the one side or a few people. But so the experience was for everybody and not just a few, which is
very true.
You know, something we wanted everybody to experience everything all at the same time. So I think Spirit probably had a hand on that one, didn't it?
I think so. And then even with like the drumming and everything, you know, bringing people together. And what I liked with the drumming, because I think I was offbeat a little bit, but like it didn't matter.
I was totally offbeat, but I didn't care.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
At one time, I felt like I had the rhythm, then I lost it.
That happened to me a few times. And I had the freaking loudest drum, I think, in the whole... That thing was loud. It was awesome, but it was loud. Like I had...
But it was lovely to just see everyone like lose themselves through the drumming. You know, it's almost like it was bringing everyone's spirits out, wasn't it? And it didn't matter what we were doing or how we were doing it. We were just being.
Yeah, just being and walking your own path, doing your own thing. I mean, Mitch very kindly reminded me, he said, we're going to move. Oh, yeah, we got to do that bit. I forgot that bit.
Well, you went into your own little trance, didn't you?
I was listening to Fawn and I was off drumming. I was quite happy. I forgot, actually, to be fair, I was in a room full of people. Sorry. But no, it was good. It was really good. And the other thing, I mean, that I love the fact that obviously the pendulum workshop open eyes to people being able to use a normal pendulum, like not crystal. It was a hagstone on a bit of string, you know, and it should. Oh, look, dingle dangle. There she is.
Did I leave mine with you, Carly? Because I can't find mine, and I feel really sick about that. I'm going to go through my bags, but I left it on the side counter. But the counters were all in the kitchen. The counters were all clean, so I haven't gone through all my bags yet.
Did you?
Home.
Did you go home with your chart as well? Did you take your charts home?
Well, that's what it would have been, charts with the pendulum, and I haven't seen any of them.
I may well have your charts. I wondered whose charts they were. I was sat there.
Can I have them on Saturday? Can I have them on Saturday? Because
yes,
I really like when you brought out Richard Hawkins. I was just like, oh wow, because I've studied him for about 5 or 6 years now, and he's a big thing, a big healing in how I run my counseling and all that kind of stuff is, and how I do my tarot with the chart of emotions and the vibrations that emotions hold and stuff like that. So I was really dumbfounded that someone else
you could then take his the protractor chart that I showed you, and you could actually then use your pendulum work alongside your tarot cards, working with that map of consciousness.
So
I'm going to just show kinesiology for those that don't know what we're talking about.
Right, so that's the Bovis. So that's the one that's obviously does with the energy and bits and pieces. Interestingly enough, talking with Mitch the other day, he said he private messaged me and he said,
that's not it.
That one. No, I think I didn't
on it. Oh, did you not give it to everyone?
No, I didn't. I just showed everybody rather than having too much. Interesting. Mitch used the Bovis Life circle chart different the other day. Now, obviously, I was struggling, and he private messaged me and said, "What's that? What shit's happening with you, Mrs.?" He said, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And he said, "I'm playing you your own game." I was like, "Okay." So he actually doused using the chart, asking about where my energy sits, and then he said, no, where does her energy sit at the minute? And it went across to obviously quite negative. And that's quite I don't know, wherever it was, microwave, I think I probably landed on.
Yeah, you went to, I think you were, I think it was microwave, oven or computer. It was one of those sort of things, but I was
sort of vibrating at that sort of energy rather than where I should have been, which was the other side. And that's really interesting because it was lovely to see. It was lovely to hear Mitch using it a different way how I would use it, but it's not a wrong way, but you're putting that intention in. And I thought that was really cool. After talking to Mitch and going, yeah, fair play, you played me at my own game. I then thought, actually, that's a really cool way of doing that. And I was going to message a group and say, group, you can do it this way, thinking about that person or that subject or that thought pattern or situation, and you could then diagnose it that way. And doesn't that just open the door even more for pendulum work and how to use it? It's just amazing.
But
You
when
just
it
don't
says like,
realise.
it said like your normal energy though, you had where was it? Positive thoughts,
Stonehenge.
copper, and you wear all that
Mm.
copper as well, don't you? Which I thought was quite
Oh,
interesting.
I do. Yeah, yeah. My Mr. T's, as my other half calls them.
Yeah, because your arms are full of copper, so I thought that was
They
really
are
interesting.
brass and copper. Oh, that's quite. Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, it's well, I got gold on one hand and silver on the other. So you take in with the gold and you give out with the silver light, which I didn't do intentionally,
That's
but
interesting.
it's always worked that way. So you take in with your left and you give out with your right. And yeah, that's how I've always felt that I should have silver on the right and gold on the left. Very, I don't know, just feels right to me. It's never felt any different. But it's quite interesting. Obviously, I wear copper. I hadn't even associated that. But I think just using hagstones, and I'll bring it on Saturday, Lucy, remind me because I will forget.
Yeah, I will.
I think just using hagstones and string, so nothing implanted in the crystal, no copper, no magnets, no anything else. And literally it just shows people, you don't have to work with fancy shit, really. But everybody really enjoyed it and it was lovely. And they came up with some really lovely ideas and really good thought patterns. And, they were getting things that they never got before and they were going to, use it and take it and hopefully it will help, not even if they don't use it again, if they can pick it up and down when they want to. I think it's great. But it was, working with good intentions and it was nice. It was really nice. It was some lovely ideas and stuff. I enjoyed it. Chatting
Yeah, that
for an hour.
gives me ideas for next time too, is we could do some so Richard Hawkins talks about kinesiology of how our body is connected to the universe. So our bodies and our inner selves already know what to do. So he talked so kinesiology is like keeping an arm out, right? And then you ask a question, is your name Lucy? And you should be able to
answers
hold
the question.
The pressure. You can also do it like with your fingers. So you go, is my name Lucy? And see if I go like this, my body will naturally tighten. But do I live at let's say, do I live in Castle Carey? See how it comes across. So it's almost like a lie detector test. But I also do it with my fingers too. If for quick answers is like, if I'm like trying to decide if I want to buy something, maybe it's a little bit of a treat to me. Maybe Spirit saying yes or no. And so I'll be like, my name is Lucy, and it will just keep rubbing. But I live at, and I always have the same questions at like, I live at 2460, and then my finger will actually go off. Does that make sense from rubbing?
That's interesting.
So it's telling my body,
yourself
telling
a bit like
me,
a human.
Yeah. And then I'll be like, should I, or I own, like I'll see something, I own this tarot deck. And if it goes, or should I buy this tarot deck? It will tell me, like my finger will either keep rubbing or it will go off. And if it goes off, it's just saying, no, not right now, or something like that. And so I kind of, on some decisions, I actually use that for quick, especially if I'm really apprehensive about what I should do. I just go through the same questions of like, my name is Lucy. So it's telling a truth thing and then a lie. Does that make sense? Or something that's untrue? I think that we should try that on each other. Next time, because it's actually a really good way of being in communication with yourself and your higher self.
I was going to say, it's cool. I was going to say, if you were doing another pendulum workshop, one other thing we could try is the human pendulums. We do this loads in paranormal investigations.
I thought that. I did think about whether or not we tried that this time round.
Do we hang someone from their ankles?
Yeah, we do. We just got no.
We do like
wrong
a circle.
Workshop. Wrong workshop, Lucy. Wrong workshop.
Do a circle.
Tie someone up.
No, we do a circle. We have someone in the middle, and you can get Spirit to use the person in the middle like a pendulum, and they will be moved by the forces but it's quite good. I've done it loads with paranormal. It's quite interesting.
I did think about that, but then I didn't want to do that just in case we OD'd them.
Oh, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah. No,
I thought, and as it was a day of like energy work and things like that, that takes a lot of energy and stability from people around. And I thought if we did that and someone squeaked a little bit and moved, knowing our luck, someone might tip. That's the reason why you have people in circles, so you can sort of correct them so they don't fall over, health and safety. But I think, because they cope so well, you could quite easily do something like that on the next workshop. Are we having a next workshop, ladies and gents?
Well, we are getting a lot of requests, aren't we? So.
I think so.
I think maybe like 2 a year, maybe like a Beltane and maybe a Samhain or something. Maybe could be quite cool.
Yeah, or a summer solstice, and I think the Samhain one's got to stop, hasn't it? I think got to stay. Sorry,
or a weekender somewhere, like a double weekender. I don't know, like a whole weekender. I don't know, a whole week. I don't know. Like, there's so much we could do.
Whole week, Jesus.
Stepping stones. One thing at a time.
Stepping stones.
Yeah, one thing at a time. But I do see them becoming more of a thing over a gradual period, I think if we were to bang them out all the time, they would lose their magic, because I think what was special was that we put so much energy and focus into getting it right. So you wouldn't want it to just be becoming too commercial or mass produced, would you, almost? But
I think 1 or 2 a year we can put enough energy in, because we're all really, really busy, but I think we can put the right amount in and concentrate on the
and make
content.
It different as well. So we're doing like for Beltane, we can have completely different stuff that kind of goes with that Sabbath and whatever, and then different things for the Samhain if we do the Samhain. Go on.
You were saying that you didn't feel the paranormal in that particular building. Was like, what about that Derry Hill hotel that you use, Carly? Is that a bit got some wild energy in? Is it expensive though?
Yeah,
or is it stupid expensive? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, that would be, that would be one of those business chats that we often have.
Yeah,
off camera.
Not online, off camera. I'm sorry, you guys. Wow, I totally forgot.
Off camera.
Carly's Black saying, "Shut the
that's
fuck up."
That's how relaxed we are. We've forgotten that we're actually recording a podcast today, and we're starting having a business chat. So what are we doing next week then, Lee? No, I was joking. No, I mean there is a potential. And funny enough, in all fairness, in a serious discussion, but not too businessy, there is thought patterns in the head of maybe finding. I mean, Yak and Kennel's lovely. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I love that building.
Maybe finding some. Yeah. Well, obviously, we've had had a mediumship demonstration there, and
and we could also do something. Something I was thinking, which I don't know how you guys feel, is maybe doing like a separate type of event, but like more of a Never Cross a Witch Bitch paranormal evening, where it's focused more on being more spooky.
Yeah.
So
do you know where I'd really like to take us, if we ever have the opportunity, is Woodchester Mansion.
Oh,
that would make a nice place. That would make it's on the edge of it's in Gloucestershire.
Oh, that's not too far.
Gloucestershire for me is like, that's actually probably equal to all of us, because Gloucestershire's about an hour away from me, so it's not too far.
So that would make a nice place to have a paranormal evening, but it would have to be in the summer, because it's a half-built Gothic mansion, and I'm not going to tell you any more than that.
Oh.
Because if I tell you any more than that, it gives anything away for Paranormal Activity. But do you know the series? Was it The Crown?
Oh yeah.
And with the thing about Prince Charles's school, when he went to boarding school, the outside shots was Woodchester Mansion.
Oh, okay, because that was supposed to be up in Scotland where he went to boarding school. Yeah,
but the outside shot where he's building the gateway.
Yeah.
So the outside shots of his boarding school is Woodchester Mansion, and I've been there. I went there to a steampunk May Day thing, and it's pretty cool. They've got it's like home back conservation thing, but that might be somewhere worth looking at, and definitely worth doing a evening on. I think it's very atmospheric, and I think there is some stuff going on, because Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, that's it. So there is that potential, but I think that's a good idea. I think,
I think it could be good. It's more doable if it's just an evening thing, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say, speaking of our retreat, you were saying, Carly, on our group about like the those that made wishes with the ribbon, your plan for doing. So do you want to talk about that quickly?
Yeah, we can talk about that. I was thinking of coming up to Samhain. Obviously, the Gregorian Samhain is the 31st of November, but the astrological is the 1st and the 2nd of 31st of October. Get my words right. But the astrological one is 1st and 2nd of November of Samhain. So we've got all the lovely ribbons on the wishing tree. But what I was actually doing, because obviously Samhain is a fire ceremony, was have my fire pit, start my fire pit up, and then allow everything to go up into the universe. I know you've just recently put up on the page about things, want things to disappear when you burn it in fire, but I
be honoring
this is releasing.
Yeah, it is.
You're releasing it.
Yeah, it's releasing. So with the intention, I will. Yeah, so I tend to also, if I'm doing Samhain rituals, I will put stuff in that I want to allow to go free. So it felt when I was thinking about it earlier, it felt wrong to bury them, because burying them to me is covering them, and I think I felt as though they need to be released into the atmosphere and for them to be heard. So what I was going to do was then take those ribbons and one by one, with the intention thought of allowing them to come fruition, or sending just basically every single one. I'm really bad at I can do rhymes when I think about it, or I can do affirmations and things when I think about it, but I'm very nanny-og in my witchcraft. So I tend to go, oh, with good intentions, I'll let you free. With good intentions, I let you free. It's not a lot of. Mitch done the lovely opening circle at the retreat, and it was this lovely, beautiful affirmation of bringing us all together, and it flowed and it rhymed, and I'm sat there thinking, I could never sit there and think. That would take me weeks to think of something like that, and then I wouldn't remember it. So a lot of mine is done by how I feel, and I say how I feel. So that is what, if that, hopefully it'd be all right with everybody, I will say, which I think I did, and everybody, did I say? I can't remember. Did I say?
No, I think you said it to us, but you haven't said it in the group chat.
Oh, okay.
But I think that will be nice. Actually.
Yeah. So on November the 1st, I shall have I'll check with everybody, obviously, on the group chat, make sure they're happy with that, and then just let them out into the ethos and the atmosphere, and with let you go with good intentions. That's probably what I'll say at the time. I haven't thought.
Yeah,
I'm very much a feely doey. Let's do it at the same, let's whatever comes in my head at the moment in time. I won't know till I get there, and it never rhymes.
That's fine. It's fine. It's interesting you saying about the 1st of November, because that's the last date of my tour for this year, my show for this year's tour, and I wanted to do it then for that same reason of the Samhain sort of crossover. So plug if anyone's around Ilminster. The Warehouse Theatre. Tickets are still available.
It's also the anniversary of Grandad of Bardware moving down to the Shire. So he's now been there first. He moved in on the 1st of November. He'd have been in the Shire for 2 years now. It's a bit scary, isn't it?
Oh, it's only been that long. I thought he'd been with you guys for a while.
Yeah, so two years in on the 1st of November. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Scary, isn't it?
It's quite magical. It's magical for different reasons, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. But it's all good in the hood. All good in the hood. So lots to look forward to then.
Definitely. Oh, Lucy, you're suspiciously quiet. What's going on?
Yeah. Yes, I don't like it when you're quiet.
To you guys, oh no, it's just a flare. Don't worry. I'm just like absorbing what you guys are saying.
Smoked a bit of something before she came on.
I wish. I do not smoke
sniffing
it,
them hemp oil.
Oh, I'm in a rheumatoid flare, but it's all right. Not hurting. It just makes you feel a bit dopey and sleepy.
and not with
Yeah.
it.
When you were
Not with
doing
it
something, I
sometimes.
was going to ask you. When you're doing your trance, does it
Mm.
does the pain, or when you feel like you've got pain, if you're in trance, does that stop? Do you find
I
that
can't
pain?
feel my body till after.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 So I think that's probably why I was tired. The energy was quite intense. I
Because
felt
you
at
went for quite a long
times.
time as well. It was fluent
Yeah, I
talking as
normally don't
well.
hold it like that for that long. So yeah. Yeah. So or it's not held that long. But no, after I came out, I realized my hands, because I know my hands can go quite
Your hands were
tight.
like this. They were like bent over. Like,
Yeah, it's just the energy of how, yeah, and yeah, so yeah, I'm not really in my, I don't feel my body that much. But then afterwards, the next day, I felt like I'd run about 200 miles. That's how I felt. Like I was just like, wow, my
Mm.
body is like really tired. Yeah, and it's just the energy of just holding, like the body holding that energy.
but it was interesting with your trance because you could see your whole features were changing, the way you were holding, sitting,
Mm.
everything just completely changed from when
Yeah,
you started to when you went in, sort of thing. And I think that was quite
yeah,
interesting for people to just, even if they didn't maybe resonate with what was being, I think they did resonate with what was being said, but even if they found that
Mm.
overwhelming, just the visual changes are
yeah.
like
Mm.
quite powerful. Because me and sort of Carly were saying at various parts, oh, you know, she looks a bit tribal because you had all these lines appearing like on your
Mm.
eyes.
Oh,
And
wild. Yeah.
that was really tribal at one point. Then it sort of merged, like your face was bigger. Then there was like an overlapping. There was a lot that was
Your
going.
forehead changed. So you've got quite a soft forehead.
Thank
But
you.
when he thank you, it's lovely. But you know, you got quite feminine. You got a feminine forehead. Do you know,
Thanks.
that
That's
sounds
about
really
the only thing
weird,
that's
but
feminine on me, but
yeah,
thank you.
I'll just shut up. I'm
No,
just
go for
digging
it,
the
Carla.
biggest hole for
No,
myself ever.
I'm only teasing. I'm only teasing. I keep on complimenting my
I think
forehead.
anything. I think if anything I say now, I'm just going to dig myself a bigger hole. He'll just shut up. But no, but you can see your forehead changed. It went
Big,
like I don't know the shape of it changed. So it went
more pronounced almost, I
more
suppose.
yeah, more pronounced, more there was more
No wrinkles going on it as well.
yeah, it was more manly. It would look older. It looked your forehead looked older than you are, if you get
Mm.
my
Yep,
meaning.
yep,
Do you understand what I
yeah,
mean?
We should have asked
yeah,
how
So
old he
so
was, shouldn't we? But
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So as you came out, you could see your forehead soften and become less wrinkly and younger. You could see that you could see the coming in and you could see the going out.
That's really cool.
But
That's really cool.
mm.
Yeah, it's
they're
interesting
very
because when you're
subtle.
in, he won't speak until I kind of give him permission to speak. That's
uh,
how sovereign you are over this. So it's not, people think, is it possession? It's not possession. So if I didn't want him to speak, does that make sense? It wouldn't happen.
mm.
Like I'm the one that has to kind of give the go ahead of like, hello. Does that make sense? And
Mm,
other trans people will tell you that they have to give the go ahead for hello. Yeah. And then he comes and then it's
mm.
like full permission. Does that make sense to
I love the
come
fact that
through?
we got a name because you said before you didn't even know what his name was.
Yeah,
But he
because
was,
I didn't know if I'd
Oh yeah,
had.
you were in there. What's your name?
yeah, and he was like sitting bull, but not the sitting bull, is what he said.
Yeah, he I had another guide that came through at first when I first started. Does that make sense? And
Okay,
he was very like so loving, but very like, and
quite straight laced.
this one more I could feel more of a I don't know how to explain it, like
I felt there was a sense of humor with this one.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like laughy and stuff like that. He's a
Mm.
little bit laughy and jokey and stuff like that, and but and he's not so straightforward, so I wasn't sure what,
Mm,
and he's been coming through probably the last 10 or 15 times that I've been in trance. So I think the other one introduced me or got me feeling safe in it. Does that make sense? And then this one
Yeah,
has come
this is
forth.
more your
Yeah.
main one sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. But it's I had not held it that long before. So I was tired and a bit
Oh,
mm,
dazed.
mm.
Yeah.
So how do you
Absolutely.
how do you two deal with your spiritual hangover then? If anybody's struggling with a spiritual hangover, especially if you work
For
energetically and
me,
you're giving it all the time.
I'm a baby. I'm a baby.
black
I total
coffee,
baby.
black coffee, keep it coming on the go.
I'm a total baby. I'm like, that's what I do. I'm a total baby. And I shouldn't, but I probably eat the worst food ever. I treat it like I'm not a master at this like Mitch is. So for
I'm
me
not a
it's like
master. Oh, I tell you, when we came back from the retreat, I was like, fuck it, I'm having a Domino's. So like I had a Domino's, I had some cider, and like all the stuff that was maybe deemed as a bit negative, but it's grounding food. It's grounding.
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah, because
So
I had a
like
McDonald's on the way, but besides the Papa Doms, that got me to the nearest McDonald's after, yeah, and then I was like just like on the way home while Colin was driving. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. And like the day after, I did feel fucked. So like I had to cancel my Zoom sessions that was hoping I was going to be able to do because I thought I just don't have the energy and it would be unfair to those people to try and push forward when I'm not feeling 100% at my best.
Mm.
And I hate canceling people, but at the same time, I value my work enough where it's like if it's not 100%, I'd rather not do it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. I get that because I'm the same like right now where I'm like, oh, I want to be doing this and that, but I wouldn't be giving it wouldn't feel I'd be not worried, but I just like it's already going back into spiritual work. Does that make sense? And so it is again that energy use. And
Mm.
like reading tarot and doing mediumship, it can be a lot of for me, it's my third eye and in the brain because that's how things, does that make sense, come to me. And so
Mhm. Mhm.
after I come out, it feels like I've been like studying or really reading something really
It's
in depth
intense.
for a
Mm.
while. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
and so it can be tiring. It can be very
Mm.
tiring because you're in a different zone. Does that make sense? You're
Mm.
listening and you're in a zone where you're not
You're in a
with
different
yourself.
frequency, really, aren't you?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Changing to frequency.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah.
And that horrible word which I don't like that everybody's chucking around. You're holding space for yourself and the person sat in front of you.
I don't know why you don't like that. Why don't
Why
you
don't
like
you
that?
like that? Because I quite like it. I
Well,
love that
because
word.
no, it's nice in the
I feel like it's like
context.
giving yourself of one,
Yeah.
like you're giving
Yeah. I mean
yourself.
it's
I think it's go for it,
yeah,
Carmen.
it's nice if you use that. I mean, I use it, but use it in the context that it is. Don't throw it around liberally. Drives me mad when it's this like baby witch. I ain't the terminology baby witch. Drives me mad. But it's just I've noticed it more and more and more and more. Everybody's going, oh, I'm holding space. Oh, with so and so is going to be holding space. Just
It is.
stop chucking it around liberally.
It is the cultures of how people use worded culture. Like right now in
I know.
America, you hear it a lot, and
Terminology.
I don't particularly like it because I find it very false and very
Mm.
fake. But they go, I appreciate you. That's the new one. You hear Americans
Mm.
saying a lot,
So that
or
makes me
North
feel like I want
Americans.
to punch someone in the face.
Yeah, and you go,
Well,
I
they're just like
appreciate.
throwing it out there, aren't they?
Yeah,
Like confetti. I
I
appreciate you.
appreciate
Do you?
you. And
Really?
it's like, no, you don't. You're actually, to
You
me,
don't.
that would be
Talking shit.
more that you're saying that you don't appreciate me. You're actually being kind of
Yeah.
It's
sarcastic.
false, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm.
Did
That's
you hear
So
the
I
new
think,
thing
sorry,
about
I'm
the thumbs up
slurping.
emoji? You know, the
No.
thumbs up emoji. I struggle with the thumbs up emoji, and I'll tell you why I've struggled for years with it, okay?
Well, I'm going
Is
to do that more.
Canada, no, I know you will. I know you will.
There'll
And
be
I've tried to heal from it.
AI'd images of thumbs up.
So Canada, sorry, my Canadian friends, but it is very true, and that's your shadow part. Every culture has a shadow. Canada is very passive aggressive,
Okay.
right? Very passive aggressive. So like people say, oh, they say sorry all the time. I'll tell you right now, we don't mean it.
No, was
It's sarcastic. Sometimes it's sarcastic. Sometimes it's just get us out of the
So if
situation.
Lucy
And
ever
it's
says sorry,
other
she
than
doesn't mean
have
it.
it. I do, but I have to be careful how I say it. Does that make sense? And I do
Yeah,
catch
yeah,
myself
I know you mean.
falling back into
Somebody
that cat.
pulling your leg.
So yeah, so in Canada, thumbs up would be like a fucking fuck you. Right? And that's what it means. Seriously. It's a sarcastic fuck you.
Oh, really?
That kind of
Maybe
thing.
Rich.
And we've been doing that for
Holy
years.
space.
Okay. Like someone goes,
Love and
"La, la,
light."
la, la, la." Yeah, someone goes, "La, la, 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 la," and they go like that to them. It's a sarcastic fuck you, right? So
Okay.
there's a new thing where is it Gen Zs? Because I'm a Gen X, so it's Gen Zs are trying to get the thumbs up removed. And my neighbor was going on about like, she's like, oh, have you heard the stupid stuff about the thumbs up? And I said, actually, I'll be honest with you, for years the thumbs ups has bothered me because they take it as sarcastic that someone's being like, fuck you type thing, right?
Yeah.
And I do. When I just get a lazy thumbs up, I'm like, you lazy bastard. That's what I get from people. When someone just gives me a thumbs up, I'm like, first thing that comes through my head, I'm
They
like,
can't
you
be
lazy,
asked to scroll through the
you
emojis.
exactly. You lazy, lazy bastard. At least give me a heart. You know what I'm saying? Or but a thumbs up. And especially stuff like my dad just passed away today.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Oh yeah, that's
I
a
know,
bit
and I'm
harsh,
like,
yeah.
but
You
I
need
think
a
some
care
people, I
button
do
for
forgive,
that.
I do forgive them because I think some people don't have a clue that if you actually hold the emoji down, the other emojis
Show up.
come up. Like my father-in-law, everything's a thumbs up, and I don't think he realizes that other emojis
Are
come up.
available.
Yeah, so everything's a thumbs up. I've got
So when you ask me
struck
like
down
how
by
you doing
yeah.
today, I'm gonna be like thumbs up.
Fuck you.
I'll take it that you don't want to be my friend anymore. You don't want to be my friend.
Love and light.
You don't want to be part of my life anymore. Yeah, I struggle with it. I'm a lot better because I realize a lot of people, like a friend of mine was saying, when I put the thumbs up, it means excited. Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Lucy,
see.
awesome. And I always see it as like a little bit of like,
What do you see the middle finger as then if I gave that to you instead?
See, I'd probably take that better than a thumbs up. I'm actually better with the thumb. I am better with the thumbs up. I used to be really like, ooh, what do they mean by that? Are they being a bit sarcastic or are they being a bit passive aggressive? Yeah, I used to be really bad with it, but I'm a lot better because I realize the UK culture's not like that. But back home, if I get that from Canadian friends, not all Canadian friends, but certain ones that I think don't like me that much, I kind of take it as a little bit like.
Isn't there some cultures that the two fingers as a victory V's is
so this is peace.
Not that way.
But a lot of the kids now, like you go, like my Filipino sister, right? A lot of her pictures, she's young, she's 18.
Yeah, but
right?
Yeah, so some of it means
like
get down with the kids, but sometimes the victory V that is actually swearing in some cultures. It's a bit like burping. Apparently burping in certain cultures shows you're very appreciative of what you've just sat in it, but it's quite entertaining when you're sat in a restaurant.
I must admit, I love stuff about different cultures and how things can be taken totally out of context.
Totally out of context.
And means so many different things. And that's what I mean, is like people get really like about things. It's all perception. It's all perception. So one thing to you, a thumbs up to you means fantastic. And I could type to you, Mitch, nice jeans. And he could go, thanks. But I'm actually saying like nice jeans. Like so it's all perception and Spirit is really doing a healing on me of this. Of it doesn't fucking matter what anyone says because it's their perception and their perception has been put through their judgments, their traumas, their ways of being raised, their ways of seeing things, a movie they may have watched. So none of it is truth. It's a judgment. So it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything at all. So even when I judge people, I do know it means nothing. Like nothing, because it's just my perception. And my perception
your thought pattern
in that person's life does not matter. It's still their story.
Yeah, that's a good reminder, isn't
it? Still don't like the word terminology holding space when it's thrown around out of context.
I don't hear it. Hold on. Wow, can you give me an example? Yeah, exactly. Another famous saying in Canada, is, you don't know my truth. I guess my sisters say that all the time when someone flings something at them. They
Oh,
go, "You don't
really?
know my
Yeah.
truth." Yeah. And I'm like, "No, I don't." But I know my truth, you know.
Oh,
But it's, you know, I'm still not there. I easily get perplexed by people's judgments, or they say something and I can get easily hurt. Do you know what I'm saying? But
mhm.
spirit is reminding me, and I want that fully in my body, that it is just their perception.
Mm. So
You know?
that's a human experience, isn't it? That's our
Yeah.
soul being having a human experience, and unfortunately, we have to go through those human bits
Yeah.
to be unpicked before, you know. I don't think we ever unpick everything. I don't think that's ever
No,
possible.
we won't
To
get
be
it
fair,
perfect in this
it's
life.
never. No, we never.
I
No,
don't
what
think
is
it's even
perfect?
perfect. I don't think it's
Again,
even
that's a
perfect in the
perception.
spirit world.
What is
You know?
what is perfect? It's not that. Again, is another
That's
perception, isn't
again
it? What is
exactly.
perfect?
Exactly. What is perfect? What is failure? Right? That's again another human
What is
perception.
normal?
Well,
What
in
is
your
normal?
trance, when you did your trance, Sitting Bull was saying a lot about how spirit have so much admiration and they think that we're the brave ones, you know, because we're going through this physical journey. And that was kind of touched upon actually a little bit about the perceptions and everything, you know, and how we always feel, oh, when we get to the spirit world, it's going to be this and that. And Sitting Bull was saying, no, this now is the wow sort of thing, you know. He touched upon that quite deeply actually.
Mm.
Which is interesting. And I could see some people's thought patterns that are maybe more wanting to return to spirit suddenly pause and think, oh, hang on a sec. You could see there was a bit of a light bulb moment with a couple of them because I've read for some of them, I know little bits about them, and I
Yeah.
could just see that little. You could see it going through their mind almost of like, oh, hang on, I haven't thought about it like that,
Yeah.
which is quite interesting, I thought.
Yeah. I think
It is
from a
that
higher,
perception, isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah. It just, it's amazing how we put ourselves through like
Crap.
wobbles.
Like,
Does that
yeah.
make sense? Wobbles, like what we all
Necessary
did a
shit.
wobble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, well, the end of the day, it's perception. So we had 8 people. Everyone enjoyed themselves. Everyone said they enjoyed themselves, and I'm choosing to believe that. Do you know what I'm saying? For
Yeah.
myself. But
Absolutely.
let's say we had 8 different perceptions.
We'll all take it.
Yeah. But let's say we had 8 different perceptions, right? Of how the day went. That's 8 different
we would have
people's
had
perception.
we would have had 8 different perceptions, but I suppose the trust in is the fact that everybody's coming back and saying they
The same
all had a
thing.
nice time.
Yeah.
The same thing. Yeah, that's
And
what I was
also,
trying to say. So
we were all there. We know it was fabulous, but like it was still, but you could feel the energy of it just being. It just felt something so special, and you don't get that very often, do you? Really?
No, yeah, because usually you get like when you get into groups, you
From
can
me.
usually feel someone is like the outsider a little bit. Does that make sense? And there was no one that I felt like that with. I felt
Even
like
No,
Colin.
everybody was very open. Oh,
and
yeah,
at
from Colin with
ease.
his
Do you know what
drumming.
I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Everyone was open and at ease and totally accepting of each other. And I think that is because right at the beginning, we bound in that circle.
Mm.
And that energy of us, does that make sense?
Intention.
Yeah, the intention. Because I didn't see anyone at all that I felt left out. Does that make sense? Everyone, like, it felt like an energy of we were all accepting 100% of each other
Definitely.
in that space, holding space. I'm gonna say that for now.
Yeah, but that is in the right
holding space,
context.
yeah.
That's in the right context. You're allowed that because it's in the right context. You double. Oh, Mitch has gone for a double thumbs up. But no, it was in the right context. That's correct. Well, not correct, but that's how I feel. My perception, that is in the right context. It's when it gets thrown around willy-nilly and you just sit there and you think, not everybody come.
Speaking of holding space, do you want to talk about like your holding space on Saturday? Like, is this a cheeky plug for your coming up fair?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But if you want to, yes, I can.
Well, I'm just thinking because the episode will come up before your fair, so you might as well do a little cheeky plug.
Well, hopefully, I don't know. It's down to our editing department.
Even
I'm not sure
though
if the
I'm
editing.
not going to be there on
Colin
Saturday.
told him in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah, Colin, he
right.
wasn't picked out of the hat.
Oh.
When I was picked out of the hat twice for 2 fairs in a row, twice.
Thumbs up. Oh, shut up. Don't. I feel guilty about it. Look, I can't help. I mean,
No,
what
I
if
do
someone
feel-
pulled
do
out?
feel-
What if someone? Oh no, you're in Carpe
Oh
Noctem.
no, she's
You're
out
gonna
of
be
town
your
now.
yeah. You're
You're already Stag Fair. You know that. You're at
I
the
know.
White Stag Fair.
I'm
You're
only-
already in.
I'm only
That's
That's
There's
a
no hat
beautiful
pulling.
building. That is a
There's no hat
beautiful
pulling.
room.
It is a beautiful building.
Mm.
I'm hoping.
Town Hall then, come on.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I'm putting out to the universe. It's got till January. When I get to January, I want to see that white heart come out of the woods as we turn up, because they apparently walking around Bowood Estate, there are white stags walking around the estate.
Oh really?
Yes, apparently there's a 350 strong herd of deer, and they've got 2 white stags that they're aware of. So I'm hoping, I'm putting in an order, okay? Universe, I'm putting in an order for January when we turn up to set up. I want to see a white stag out in the middle of the field. Please, thank you, Tar. There we go, out there. Anyway, Carn Town Hall.
This Saturday.
So yeah, this weekend, this Saturday, 11 till 4, Carn Town Hall.
Mitch won't
Come
be
and
there.
find us. No, you won't be
But
there.
I will.
Mitch won't be there.
I
But
will.
Lucy will. So 2/3 of the team are going to be there. As
I'll
Mitch
be there.
gives you thumbs up. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, no, we got a day full of amazing people. We've done it slightly differently. Yes, we have pulled people out the hat because I want to give everybody a chance. So we got a set tribe for January, set tribe for March, and then October is the put everybody in and see who comes out. And Mitch didn't get pulled out, so I've had the backlash from it. pouty face, thumbs up. So that's what we're doing. So we've got a few new people. We got Zoe Mullings coming. Lucy's going to be there. Yeah, Thomas, Claire, Peter John is a reader. Jessica May's coming back in, which is really cool. Katie Blue. Who else we got? Jane Ann coming. She's doing tea leaves. We've got 3 healers in. We've got an abundance of stalls. We've got mum-in-law with cake, and then we've got some amazing workshops. So we've got a lady who I bumped into, funny enough, it's Coombe Steam Rally. So Castle Coombe Steam Rally. And she come over and we started chatting, and her name is Emily, and she's a dandelion bard, but she does singing. So she gets everybody to open their throat chakras, and a bit like drumming, but in a singing circle. But she writes her own sort of spiritual songs, and she's so lovely. You know, when you meet someone and she's literally like a dandelion blowing around on a breeze. You know, she's just lush. She's just a lovely person. So she's coming along. We've got Mickey.
Sorry, what was that?
Lucy.
I said Lucy will be the judge of that. Like, she'll suss it out.
Dandelion friend.
Hey,
are you Carly's
stop
dandelion friend? Sorry. I'm only teasing.
She is lovely.
I'll be at her and I'll be like, Carly said you're a dandelion friend.
She is a dandelion friend. Can imagine her hanging onto a dandelion. She's lovely. Don't you leave my Emily alone.
I'm only teasing.
I never know with you sometimes. I have to watch you to make sure you are only teasing.
I am. I'm not that cruel. I'm cruel in private, but not online.
Only sometimes.
Sorry. Everyone's like, oh, sorry. That made me look really bad.
Yeah, it did.
Let's just keep on going.
Anyway,
what other
so we've got Mickey Watkins coming in. She's coming in talking about star beings and how they help to heal. Oh my God, there was an orb behind Mitch.
Oh, was there? I missed that.
I wasn't looking at him. I was looking at you.
Oh, okay. No, I literally just looked up and looked at Mitch and glanced, and it's gone behind Mitch's shoulder. Anyway, we'll look back on the video when that comes out. So Mickey Watkins is coming and doing her workshop on star beings and how they can help us heal. come down and do the healing and things. So a bit more out the box, a bit more thinking. But I think star beings are becoming more and more prominent now, and I think more and more people are realizing that there's other help and stuff in existence to it. Absolutely. So that would be really cool. And I know Mickey has done a few workshops from home. So it'd be nice for her to sort of get it out in the open and start talking about it. She's a little bit of a dark horse, is our Mickey. She's been quiet and now suddenly she's starting to blossom, which is lovely. And then a lovely lady called Deborah, who is coming along to do she's called Explore Past Lives, and she's doing past life regression, and she's going to talk about that and do a slight meditation, a little meditation to pick up on some of your past life experiences. I've actually tagged 2 of our wonderful people that were on the workshop the weekend, suggesting that maybe they come and have a sit if they're coming along. So that might help them. But yeah, we only got 3 workshops this time at the minute, because but they're longer.
That's
so they're
4,
about 50
didn't you?
minutes.
Didn't you just say 4
No,
people?
Mickey's, Emily, and Deborah. There's 3 of
Oh,
them.
sorry. I thought there was one more in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're
No.
going to do a trans workshop as well.
Yeah, right. I'll be like, when I come to your later Carpe Noctem later on, I'll be like,
we got to make sure. Bearing in mind she's having a flare up as well. We got to look after her a little bit.
Got to look after you.
I'll be as soon as I get my X-rays done. I have to be in a flare for my X-rays. I haven't taken my medication. Get my X-rays done, and I'll just jab my stomach, and I'll be better for the weekend. Hopefully.
Oh my God!
When you're
to the
giving
chair.
out your bottles of water, Carly, just leave out a little McDonald's breakfast for her as well, and that'll just see.
I'll stop at McDonald's and chip them probably on the way in.
I was going to say, if I could do, and she was there, knew what time you'd turn it up, but by the time you get there, it'd be cold. Otherwise, I probably would have quite happily done that.
I can't stand cold McDonald's. It's disgusting.
No.
Don't ever get the flatbread in the morning. Flatbread with bacon and cheese. It was the grossest thing. Me and Colin thought, we'll split it one morning, and it was so disgusting. I usually like most things at McDonald's. It was not good. Anyway, I don't know why I went to that.
Sorry.
That's because of a McDonald's. Thumbs up.
That was my influence.
That was your fault. Right. But no, so 3 workshops, but slightly longer. So they're 50-minute workshops this time with a 10-minute turnaround. But because I was finding, the last workshop was sort of dragging in numbers. I think that, because it's that sort of like 3:15 to 4 o'clock slot. I think a lot of people sort of sometimes are catching buses because it's on a bus route. It's on the 55 bus route. Job done. Right, stops right outside.
When's this to Town Hall, did you say?
Do what, sorry?
Did you say it was
Where is it at?
Hall? Where's it
to? Yeah, Colne Town Hall. Yeah, Colne Town Hall. So come along, find us.
What times?
What's?
11 to 4.
11 till 4.
Oh, what time? 11 till 4. Yeah, I said that before I started, but then it probably just mingled with all the other rabbit. Yeah.
That's free entry event. Come on, guys, get down there.
It is a good time. It is a good time.
It is.
Yeah,
I feel like you're going to be out there with your drum, beating everybody in off the street.
No, she usually has a headset on. She usually has a headset on, and
I do have a headset on.
Yeah,
ready.
Exactly. Between her and Hannah, they're like
two for rubber ducky.
No, it's always good fun.
Well, yeah. I normally I use the walkie-talkie that can only be used with a headset, because the other ones it was an import walkie-talkies, so I've got 4 of them, and one of them I have to use on a headset, and I thought, well, I'll use the headset, and everybody else, because obviously it's quite a big building.
It makes her look important. It makes her look.
It does. But yeah, I think that's probably where it came from. Yeah, dinosaur ones. They're like dinosaur kid ones.
You and your Del Boy stuff. Here you are, Rodders. Check these out.
Yeah, Despicable Me. They got Despicable Me on them, and you answer, you go, oh,
oh dear. No, it'll be fun for you guys. I'll miss you, but it'll be fun.
Oh, you're there.
You're going to be with your bestie at Carpe Noctem, just like giggling away.
Like a dog over there. She'd be like, come on, Mitch.
It's all right. We appreciate you.
Laying there with a lollipop in his mouth as he's getting a tattoo, and the rest of us are like slave drived at Town Hall.
Been beaten with a red broomstick whilst I'm on my headset. Go temple rubber ducky, whack, whack.
Exactly.
Going, yes, we appreciate Mitch. We appreciate Mitch.
Yeah. Lucy doesn't have a punter. You know?
Go and have a seat. Oh, dearie me, I don't know.
Sucking on his lollipop, getting kissed by his girlfriends over at Carpe Knockham, getting a tattoo. The rest of us suffer.
I'm glad to see you're getting it in the neck as well, Mitch, and not just me.
Oh dear. I feel like there might be some issues here.
I said to him, well, you know, do I get to kiss and hold you at Carpe Knockham like I normally get to? And he says, I doubt it, or they'll all want to join in. His Sam, his Helen, his Bex, his Lee. And I said, well, that's it. I'm changing to Thomas. Like, Thomas is my new man.
Oh no, poor lad, just get shit out of him.
Even if he pushes and hits at me, I don't care. I'm gonna go for him.
Oh, Thomas, if you listen to this, you watch out, my love.
Mom, you stay away. I know what I'm doing here. Because Mitch has rejected me. Has all his females except for you, Carly.
He's got his harem
on Saturday. Yeah, his harem.
His harem.
Yep.
His harem.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And I feel left out because I said I don't compete with nobody. Nobody, Mitch.
You didn't do that.
They can have
dearie
you.
Mate.
They can have
she's
you.
done. She's done with you. That's it.
You give me a thumbs up and they can have you. I'll tell you that right now.
That's it. She's discarded you. You're done.
Oh dear, like a wet used condom over here. Like
Exactly. I don't have no sloppy seconds after your day at Carpe Knockham.
You still want to do the sales, right? You'll still be there for that.
Yeah, but I'll be sitting next to Thomas. You're not coming near me. Me and you are not sharing no planchette. See, I learned the word planchette. Me and you are not sharing no planchette. It's me and Thomas from now on. No planchette for you.
Honestly. That's it. We've lost him. He's gone.
You want to see that planchette fly off the board? You bring your hand near mine on that planchette. We're done, Mr. Garlington. We're done. You go and be with your Carpe Knockham girls. Knock 'em dead at Carpe Knockham. It's me and Thomas from now on. I'm driving him there too, so we'll get to know each other even better on the drive there.
Oh, this poor kid, honestly.
He'll take some photos of me.
Poor Mitch is just been trying to compose himself and he's struggling.
Let's go down here looking at me like a brick. Oh dear. All right.
He'll be covered in hickeys from those girls at Carpe Knockham. They're all over him. They took him to a vampire club. They took my Mitch to a vampire club. Then they took a burger and they smashed it with their hands. That is the most evil thing you can do to a burger. Isn't it, Mitch?
That wasn't even my burger. That was Beg's burger.
I was like, Mitch, I was sickened by what they did to your burger. And he's like, that wasn't my burger. And I was like, because I would have raised hell if that was Mitch's burger. They're lovely. The girls at Carpe Knockham are lovely. They are lovely, jubbly.
Yes, they are.
It's going to be a good time. But Mitch can have them because I don't compete with nobody. No one.
Oh dear. Well, you've made me smile all day.
Thomas is tall, handsome. You see him with his hair down. Oh, Thomas, I'm sorry. I should. He gets so embarrassed.
With his tongue, with his hair down.
Yeah,
He'll have his guitar with him.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, his camera.
He's doing so well on that.
He's awesome.
I'm so impressed.
He's amazing.
You know,
He's amazing.
Yeah.
he is. He is. He's quite something, that young lad. I tell you, he's a nice kid, and he's just come on leaps and bounds. We're only pulling your leg, Thomas. She's not coming after you, I promise.
That's what
Don't
Carly
worry.
thinks.
Oh, actually,
Perception
she's
on
gone very
Carly.
quiet. She's actually gone very quiet, so maybe she is. I don't know. I'm not
Well, aren't they
scared.
travelling over together to Carpe Noctem? So, like, Thomas, watch out on your journey.
It sucks. The console in my car is so wide. It's really hard to get your. Oh, it's this side.
No,
isn't
we
it?
don't want to
It's
know.
really hard to
stop.
get.
Stop.
It would only be on the knee.
No,
and only be
stop.
on the knee.
Oh,
Just stop.
you know we're still recording, right?
Yeah. I'll get called to edit this off the end, maybe.
You can't edit this off the end. People aren't going to know what we're talking about. No.
I am not going to do anything uncomfortable to Thomas. I'm just trying to make Mitch there jealous, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, you will. You will. You will. It'll be a new emotion for you on Saturday. I'll tell you that right now. You won't know what hit you. When me and Thomas are
Mitch
sharing
goes,
fries.
Okay.
You're like, okay. Come on, Bex. No, I'm only teasing.
Oh, my days. Oh, that's sensible note.
Well, just to let you
we
know,
leave it at that.
we're over time. Well, over time. Sorry, guys.
Well, it's giving everybody a giggle at the end because you just that's the real
We're
us,
like,
isn't
what
it,
the
really,
hell
at
is
the end
going
of the
on
day?
here? Who the hell is Thomas? And what the hell is Lucy doing to Thomas?
Oh, dear.
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, my lovelies. Oh, on that note, that's also another way of getting over a spiritual hangover. Laugh your way through it because it raises the energy.
Definitely.
Quit in.
It does.
And I didn't mean that. Quit
You did.
in.
We're done.
No,
We're done. No more.
I just need thumbs up. No, I don't like quitting.
I
Good
am
job.
not listening to one more of your voice messages. Okay? Mitch is going to have to do it. Okay?
On your behalf.
I'm not done. You gave a thumbs up at the most inappropriate time.
Yeah, but that's your perception.
And my perception rules.
Oh, dear.
It's my opinion.
Oh, sorry, you
and
guys.
it's right.
I was in trance. at that moment. I apologize. Where has everything gone? I've been in trance for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, I'm way off now. I'm way off this. Well, the paracetamol I took before we started has
Is it kicking in?
Kicked in.
Well,
lots of love and light to everyone, and I'll see you later, Thomas.
thanks for having us, guys. Oh, dear.
Just bye. We'll see you next time. Is all I can say.
Take care, everyone.